Ditcheva. Cornelia Holm, very difficult to put away.
Despite her pretty looks, Dakota Ditcheva displays an unprecedented level of violence.
This young lady likes to strike.
A graceful lady with a devastating striking
big right hand and the ref waves it.
and a deadly clinch game.
She's hurt to the body, that's it.
Holds a record-breaking knockout rate in the cage.
Oh, nasty combination. And the body work, and that's good. Dakota Ditcheva with a quick six.
The spotlight belongs to the long-legged PFL champion who might soon outshine any MMA star. Born into a Bulgarian English family in the summer of 1998, Dakota followed in the footsteps of her mother, Lisa Hayworth.
Oh, good combination.
A multi-time world champion in Muay Thai, kickboxing, and karate.
Champion of the world!
By the age of 4, she was introduced to the art of combat, and her parents chose Muay Thai as the main discipline for their daughter. While her classmates were chasing likes on social media, the 16-year-old Ditcheva was collecting titles on the brutal rings of Thailand.
She'll step in long knee again.
Getting the long knees, and that's hurt Bragg early.
And she's already shut the distance down again already.
Oh, and Emma Bragg is really not comfortable in there.
A charming smile and a ballerina's physique, almost so casually, could easily distract and enrapture the viewer from her dagger-like front kick. And the machine gun combinations of this fiery girl who rarely left it in the hands of the judges.
Dakota Ditcheva тя с машина. Да, стиска зависи продължение.
Even before turning 18, Dakota's strike arsenal was deeper than her wardrobe.
Bit of development of strength and power has come in. Again, Dakota, the aggressor.
Providing free makeup services to her opponents, she claimed victory at the 2016 World Championships in a prestigious Muay Thai organization.
Throws the knee in again, and then a third. The referee's having a look. Well, fearless start from Kaslin, but you can see the fear in her eyes there. She tried to step forward.
But that was only the beginning of her journey. Kicking the brakes off of girls, the British Valkyrie added several more stoppages to a record.
Tries that kick in, and that's hurt Peyton.
And seeing the rise of women's MMA in 2018, she decided to flaunt her manicure in the small gloves. In order to get used to the grappling, Dakota stayed in the amateurs for a while.
MMA debut, obviously got a
one-on-one, actually, her mum, a Thai boxer.
Immediately gluing the audience to their screens with her refined technique and killer instinct.
Big right hand out to the back.
It was only contact that let Leonara know where she was.
Oh, big right hand, and the ref waves it.
Her interest in jiu-jitsu proved fruitful as well.
Kick straight away. Using that quarter.
Mixing up her vicious striking. Dakota showcased impressive progress in close-range combat. Having transformed into a well-rounded mixed martial artist in about 3 years, she finally switched pro. Making her debut in 2021, Dakota was throwing up and down, switching stances on the fly.
From a Thai background, so I expect switches back.
Lovely.
Then served a Thai-style platter of elbows and knees.
And elbows going in here. Oh, I think Jenny's about.
Wow.
Finishing the execution in the first round.
The Thai background, she'll be used to throwing elbows. She's wound up with that. Oh,
spinning elbow.
Oh, wow. Oh, knee. She's dropped.
Masterclass.
Absolute
masterclass.
Consistently uplifting fan spirits and keeping persistent opponents at bay with signature kicks.
Perhaps Kerry thinks she's seen something.
Big kick again. Really worked.
Ditcheva never forgot to imprint her front kick on their faces.
Go to the knees, the elbows. This young lady likes to strike.
Gradually ramping up precise combinations, flavored with John Jones-esque tricks.
Just missed. And this is the thing. And another. And a knee.
Straight across.
And another elbow. And another. her!
That's opened up a cut on Ison's head. Big back elbow.
She could now get the job done on the ground if needed.
Already taken.
So
Dakota with the takedown.
Yeah.
I can foresee some elbows coming potentially from this position. Punches for Dakota, raining down. Okay, really needs to improve her position.
No, referee's seen enough that Dakota Ditcheva moves to 2-0, but Carrie Isom.
Gifted with a rare combination of runway-worthy looks and fighting mastery, Dakota didn't linger on the regional scene for long, deporting her opponents back to OnlyFans one by one.
Oh, baby. Oh, there we go! Right on the money, baby. What a kick. Dangerous.
In 2022, the 5-0 striking Hardy drew the eye of the PFL promotion, which operates a regular season and a playoff stage, like in team sports. The only drawback for athletes from Muay Thai backgrounds is the organization's ban on elbow strikes, which applies to all bouts except championship ones. During the flyweight division at 125 pounds, the 24-year-old Ditcheva had no intention of disappointing her mother, so when Hasna Jabbar spun a windmill right out of the gate, Dakota punished these wild haymakers and delivered her signature kick. In the ensuing clinch, the single knee was enough to score the fastest victory of her career.
Looking out of her element here. She's hurt to the body. That's it. Landed right on the neck, right to the gut. You see Hasna feel that. She's looking at the ref. She says she wants out.
Returning 3 months later with a blown kiss, Dakota stuck to her winning recipe. First stuff the adversary with front kicks. Season with crosses. Simmer in the clinch.
Arm and she will land knees with the quickness.
And after turning up the heat to the boiling point, it's time to serve.
To me, like she actually stunned her with that knee that set up that right hand, and Courtney could not recover.
In 2023, Ditcheva headed to the PFL European Grand Prix, and the first bout of the tourney, she habitually pinned her foe against the fence, flirted with knees, and tripped her down. On the mat, Dakota threatened a crucifix to take the back, cinching up a strangle in the process. Congratulations from Mom, and the first submission win of her career from the top. Going into the semifinals in Paris, the ladies boosted traffic to a certain black and orange website. The battle-tested Cornelia Holm snacked on a jab and a low kick.
Look at the change in the look.
Then tried to take the action to the canvas.
This weight class as well, and she utilized them so well with that jab, but this is a good takedown for Holm.
Beautiful work.
Or at least stifle her rival against the cage. Stuck in Holmes, embraced like stepsisters for most of the round, Dakota managed to break free with the help of her clinch work.
The knees coming up the center, right back on the attack.
Ending the stretch on her own terms.
From Dakota Ditcheva, who now goes back to work with some knees. Holm offers a few as well.
In the second round, she fired her right hand and fenced with the kicks.
Dakota
on takedown defense. Oh, what a right hand that was.
It's a laser. She always hits.
However, Holm proved more tenacious than a Jehovah's Witness.
Be so long and rangy at weight class.
Back on the attack with that left high kick.
Switching stances back and forth in the third, Ditcheva was finding her target more often than her opponent.
And have not had the time in there to instantly switch in her stance. So
After the anti-cellulite massage stabbing came the final combo.
Holm, very difficult to put away.
Dakota Ditcheva with the third round finish.
Mixing it up to the body and head seamlessly, the British beauty added another scalp to her resume.
Come on in. We're ready.
By the time of the finale in Dublin a couple of months later, Dakota had successfully made weight. In high spirits, set off to claim the strap, the aggressive Valentino Scatizzi knew that wrestling was her only path to success. But in order to get there, she needed to survive Dakota's tight plum.
Get around these legs. Oh, knees.
This clinch knee.
Ditcheva effortlessly diffuses the pressure,
Dakota maintaining balance, and look at that.
bounced in with a cross drag, and unloaded another batch of knees.
Look at this Thai plum every time.
Muay Thai, yeah.
Oh. Shrink that space, shrink that target.
Visibly itching to step in and stop it for the rest of the round.
Straight was clean. Beautiful from Dakota. Beautiful play. This could be it, guys.
That eye. Ooh. Guys, we might not see that in there from Dakota Ditcheva.
The referee consulted with the ringside physician and made the only correct call.
Sake of fighter safety, that is the right thing to do, absolutely.
Dakota Ditcheva! What an impressive performance from Dakota. Some of the best Muay Thai striking in mixed martial arts I have ever seen. Honestly, I could only liken it to Anderson Silva, which is a massive credential to have on her belt. Like her Thai clinch, her ability to pull and turn a knee. Spectacular. Absolute. I mean, sky's the limit for her. I cannot wait to see what's next.
With the European PFL belt secured and $100,000 in prize money, Ditcheva's first order of business upon returning home was taking her father to a city match. In 2024, she joined the regular PFL season. The fate of her opponent, Lisa Maudlin, was sealed without the need for a natal chart. Dakota blasted the body once more.
Dakota Ditcheva on display. Nasty combination. Right hand there from Dakota.
Folding Maudlin in half just 4 minutes into the bout.
Ditcheva asked her to stand back up. More body shots. This one comes in. First round finish for Dakota Ditcheva.
Back, get her distance, boom. Hard right hand attack. Digs to the body.
Chelsea Hackett was sent flying right from the start.
Ditcheva in the black kit, Chelsea Hackett with that push kick.
Then she just turned into a silent anvil.
Oh! Straight right hand.
She's into a grappling range now. She's going to be open to knees.
Those knees are brutal.
Oh, nasty combination. And the body work, and that's Dakota Ditcheva with a quick set.
Scoring the maximum 12 points in a season with 2 knockouts inside the opening rounds, Ditcheva advanced out of the group stage in first place.
Dakota Ditcheva!
In August, Dakota faced a jiu-jitsu black belt, Jenna Bishop, in the PFL playoff semifinals. Bishop had amassed a 7-1 MMA record, including 4 submission victories.
First round finish.
Justifiably having little faith in her technical stand-up,
Women's Flyweight Championship. Ditcheva in the black.
Bishop Bum rushed forward, sacrificing her makeup in the process.
An opportunity to level change underneath. It's always going to be difficult.
Finding herself under the accomplished submission artist,
And here's the big takedown for Jenna Bishop.
the daring Dakota attempted a triangle.
Beautiful double. Jenna punched her way into that deep double leg.
Taking advantage of a momentary lapse, managed to regain her footing.
Between the legs of Jenna Bishop in a butterfly position.
Reversing the position in the clinch, she finally broke free from Bishop's grasp.
Good hand control by Ditcheva.
From that moment on, the oppressive Muay Thai machine was on the winning tracks,
Is going to be unbelievable.
signaling that she wouldn't entertain the ground game. Ditcheva carved her path to the final.
Back to her feet and goes immediately on the attack.
Bishop in trouble.
And that does it.
A face-lifting knee from double collar ties and a sharp, nearly imperceptible front kick drained Bishop's will to resist.
Round finish, and Dakota Ditcheva silences.
Dakota dismantled an elite grappler inside a round, proving her MMA potential to the remaining handful of skeptics. In the battle for the gold and the accompanying $1 million bag, she would go up against Tyler Santos. The former UFC title challenger had narrowly lost a controversial split decision to Valentina Shevchenko a couple of years prior. Santos was too focused on chewing up Dakota's legs early.
Hard inside low kick.
In the early goings here in the first round.
She tried to take down and failed to see a crisp 1-2 coming our way.
He's already got fighting on the feints.
That was a nice right hand.
Seeking refuge in the grappling, she was surprised to find herself helpless there as well.
She's got double underhooks, but can she keep a hold of it? Fighting on that jab feint, she needs to be careful that left hook.
Push kick twice. Oh, the right hand.
And after landing her signature kiss, fired off a combo with a long-forgotten elbow strike.
Now in this first frame. And a flurry
In the second frame, she disoriented Santos, tried to rely on her grit.
Lead leg, Tyler Santos.
While Dakota unleashed a palette of kicks rarely seen, even among male athletes.
Santos is hurt. Santos, aggressive style you're talking about.
Stuffing Santos' last-ditch takedown attempt, Dakota unloaded a barrage against the fence. Trapped in the cage, Santos folded with her liver leaking out.
Santos is in trouble. She's in big trouble. Dakota Ditcheva to the body again.
They've been talking and she's been saying she's just a Barbie, she should be a model. Well, a model just beat your ass in round 2, so shut up.
A stunning combination of beauty, lethal skills in the cage, sweet humility, and a charming smile. Dakota Ditcheva is poised to be the next superstar. Since Ronda Rousey's retirement, women's MMA has steadily lost popularity. Perhaps the British Valkyrie is the one to reignite widespread interest in the sport once again. If you enjoyed the video, kick the like button, subscribe to my channel for more amazing content.